because he doesn't play a lot of online chess, Amon.
Yep, and this, we could be making a lot out of a little right now, but at the end of the day, it's really early in this match, and we're already seeing a flag, and that is not boding well for Bullet. I'm already skipping ahead of the 3-minute and thinking about Bullet. That just cannot happen. You can't lose track of the clock as the games are underway in the 3+1 section. 50 minutes on the match clock, and we're back to this opening with knight c3 and very likely e4. We've seen something similar to this before. So Vincent not going for that c4. He's tried this, Danny, but he's back to it again.
Yeah, but Wesley playing something a little bit different here, and an early strike with e4. Well, we'll see. Okay, definitely going to be a position that's unique, at least in regards to what we've seen so far.
Sorry to interrupt, Danny, but sorry to interrupt. I'm looking at Wesley's camera. Maybe he's never had this. Maybe he's never had this hand in front of his face the entire match. Maybe it's always been the other one. But I think he just wrote something on his hand. It says like it's like MF or ME or something, and with some exclamation marks. He definitely wrote something on his hand, and it's reminding me of when he wrote on his score sheet in the U.S. Championships, and I'm like, what is this, a reminder? Is this like a encouragement? I was trying to make out what it's funny.
I have no idea what the rules would say about self-tattooing in the middle of a match, but we've never seen that before. And again, not to make light of it, of course, there was a very serious situation that happened a few years ago at the U.S. Championship. For those who don't know, Wesley was actually forfeited and disqualified for making additional notes on top of just writing down the moves, as you are legally allowed and supposed to do. And so you're not supposed to make notes for yourself as reminders. But again, that's when a score sheet is involved. As far as drawing on your own hand, I've never seen that before. I've never seen that before.
It almost looked like, and how I remember the initial incident was totally lighthearted from his, he's not like jotting down theory. It's just like motivational stuff for himself, but you're not allowed to jot down anything. And so it looks like it could have been one of those. I saw some exclamation marks. Anyway, it's just because the hand was right in front of his mouth, and I couldn't help but read what was in front of me there. Let's
I know, you're fine. You interrupt me anytime. Anytime you see tattoos on a player's body, self-drawn at the break, you interrupt me. I don't even remember what I was saying. It doesn't matter. But again, that's what was so sad about the U.S. Championship incident from years ago against Varusian Akobian is the notes were really just self-notes of positive mindset kind of thinking stuff. So Wesley is not someone who I think would ever do something unethical or wanted to cheat. It was kind of a positive thing for himself, but still against the rules, and he was forfeited.
Ooh, Queen
anyway,
F3.
right now, he needs something to fix the chess moves on the board. I was going to say, I love the position for Vincent. Wesley needs something to fix the positions that he's getting on the board, regardless of what that note means, because even though he's up a game in this match, Vincent is playing fantastic chess and is once again in a much better spot.
He's winning a pawn with a6. The question is, does that knight get trapped in a weird way? A6, rook b8, knight c7, rook d6. And then you just kind of, it feels a little bit awkward for that knight for a second. The answer is you can definitely get it out, but also, can the knight even be attacked there? Amazingly, every rook move to attack the knight also frees it.
If the rook goes to c8, the knight takes on b5, everybody. If the rook goes to d7, the knight gets out to e6. So d4 by Vincent means more pieces are joining the party. And by the way, if you take, white probably plays bishop f4 immediately with tempo, and the pieces are just coming to life here. So again, Vincent, despite being down a game in the match, is playing the better chess, and Wesley has yet to really figure out the first stage.
What do we think about even d5? I want to play like d5, bishop e3 is the next move. And I guess he liked it enough that rook d7 was played in response. Maybe you could do it anyway, take on c6 and play bishop e3. But I'm guessing that Wesley's idea is, I'll take on c6, play rook a8, and take on a6. So rook d1 is a very nice move to include, to not necessarily allow that easy simplification. Rook d7 is coming. All white needs is that a pawn, Danny.
No, it shows you that in endgames like this, it's not how many pawns you have, it's who gets a queen first. Wesley would give up c6 and c3 happily if he got the a7 pawn, because that a6 pawn is just dominant. So Wesley also knows that to be true. So he's making sure that when he takes c6, it'll at least come with the pressure on the a6 pawn, if not winning it. So again, despite the eval bar being so heavy, I think Wesley is doing his best to hold this, although now it looks like the pieces are getting overwhelmed yet again. So Vincent keeping that pressure.
He is, yeah. I mean, Wesley has done a good job. He's brought it to around a 1 minute time advantage as well. It's just rook b7, or even rook b8 and b5, and then maybe rook b7 or rook a8. I think that's the smarter way to do things. And yeah,
or even b6,
really unpleasant.
Just punch through, right? Just b6 even.
Yeah. Bishop takes a7 and b6, b6, rook a8. Danny, we're at the point where we're just naming wins because there's so many.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Wesley goes down a rook, and the match is even again. And Wesley, again, has got